What is up, guys? Arolf More here, back again with another video. Today we'll be taking a look at the Marvel Studios' The First 10 Years Marvel Legends, Avengers, Infinity War, Iron Man, Mark 50, Thanos, and Doctor Strange. So let's get into it. So, taking a look around the packaging, Marvel Studios up top, glossy as ever. On the side, brief description from Infinity War, so pause if you want to read that. Legend Series 10 at the bottom. On the other side, some cool artwork with the Infinity War logo, Infinity War poster on the side, and brief descriptions for Iron Man, so pause if you want to read that. Thanos, and Dr. Stephen Strange. And on the bottom, UPC. Scan if you want it. And without further ado, let's get into it. Doing some size comparisons, here is Iron Man, Thanos, and Doctor Strange next to Iron Man, Thanos, and Doctor Strange. Also, the Hulkbuster and Hulk. You got Captain America, the 10th anniversary, and the Iron Man Mark 7, as well as Thor and Sif. Next up, we got Yellow Jacket, Ant-Man, Ronin, Crossbones, and Red Skull. The Avengers from one side, the Avengers from the other side, and the Avengers of the Galaxy from the other side of the galaxy. Yeah. Now comparing the Iron Man Mark 50 next to the other Iron Man Mark 50, the first release version, you can see that the torso is one solid piece, so there is no chest articulation. This is due to the fact to accommodate the light feature. And comparing the different sculpts, it's almost the same here. It's just that they had to give a torso joint, so they had to work around that. So the sculpt is a little bit different and should look cleaner on this light up Mark 50 here, since it's one solid piece right there. And so it's pretty much the same sculpt, even down to the paint. There are some minor paint details right here, like on the fist right there. So there's some painted knuckles there. And the legs here, pretty much the same color. On the bottom, he does have peg holes as well. And a big difference is how ugly the face is on this 10th anniversary one. Demonstrating the light up feature, pushing it off to one side, pressing it, it stays on for 5 seconds, like so. Tick tock on the clock, and it shuts down. Moving it to the right side, pressing it will leave it on for 15 seconds. So you should have seen the timer there, so we'll just wait for that. And now pressing and holding for 3 seconds lets this light up feature stay on for 15 minutes. So we'll just wait here for 15. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to show you the whole 15 minutes. But what I can do is while this stays on for a pretty long time, like 15 minutes, like I said, we'll just look at the lights and see how it looks. Looks pretty nice. Looks pretty cool. Still talking and just telling you that it stays on for more than 15 seconds. And it stays on for 15 minutes, and you can see that. It looks cool. Look at the blue light, and yep, that's it. And just showing you how the light up feature works. Just press that button, and there you go. You can see the up close look, so I don't know. Just thought I'd add that in there. Now comparing the Thanoses together, one of the build figures and the 10th anniversary one. Obviously, the skin tones, the details, and the extra head sculpts are a major difference. So just looking at these, looking at the same sculpts here, you can see it's pretty much different in colors. The sculpts are a little bit different with the hands here as well. and if you want you can switch these off. They would not look different from one another because they are pretty much almost colored the same way the 10th anniversary one is. So just popping both these on. So if you want, you can have the fisted hand on this 10th anniversary, or the open hand on the Build-A-Figure. But yeah, you can see it's very indistinguishable because it's almost the exact same color. So I like that option right there. Or they should have just gave us a fist that's already in the 10th anniversary box. But yeah, but this is fine. You can see right there. Vice versa. I kind of like the skin tone on the 10th anniversary one because it's more accurate and better. Now, as I mentioned in my previous Hulk and Hulkbuster review, the differences between the Hulks is that the 10th anniversary one has a texturing detail, and also this one as well. So it's carried on. So these 10th anniversary figures, they are the same remolded figure. It's just that they added some textures, some fine textures in the pants, which is very appreciative because it gives a nice look to it. It has some nice grain to the figure. Also, they added that same texture here on the skin as well. It's kind of hard to see it on camera, but in person you might see it like under a light, like a bright light. But yeah, just showing you, just moving it around here, you can see the fine grains in the skin, which I really don't notice like this type of texture with many figures. I can't remember any. But yeah, I like how they added that little detail, even though it's a remold or a reuse of this Build-A-Figure Thanos right here. Yeah, but just showing you, comparing that, it's much more smoother on the Build-A-Figure Thanos, and a little bit kind of, it looks sandpaper-like on the 10th anniversary one. I don't know, I just like it. Now just comparing the head sculpts here, you can see it's the exact same. It's just the 10th anniversary has the open mouth, but it's pretty much the same. The forehead is the same, the ball hole is the same, and you could do some head swappings here and there. So take the Build-A-Figure and put it on the 10th, and do the 10th on the Build-A-Figure, and see how that looks. It's just the skin tones are off, but yeah, you can see right there, it looks weird, but a big step up from the previous. Now what's even a bigger step up is this Doctor Strange figure. Now the head sculpts and the cape, they actually nailed it on this one, so I'm happy. Now just comparing the head sculpts here, just popping it off, just showing you, trying to isolate the heads from the body here. You can see great likeness to Benedict Cumberbatch, has that narrow face. The hair sculpt is amazing. You can see the hair here is nicely sculpted, very accurate to the movie, unlike this weird hipster cut that they gave on the first release. You can see right there. Now just taking a look at the bodies itself, it's pretty much the same with some different paint details and some different sculpting details on the arms here. So obviously, unfortunately, that you cannot remove this green piece on the arm. It's basically molded on there, but you can see it's the exact same. There is a peg hole on the 10th anniversary one. It's just that the colors on the 10th anniversary one look a little bit better. I prefer the 10th anniversary one, but I do prefer the skirt piece on the first release because of that gold look to it. And now moving over to one of the better changes here are the capes. Finally, we get an accurate look at the Doctor Strange capes that we could see in the movie. You can see right here, it's much more textured in the inner layer of the cape here, and it also has this nice black wash to it. And if you want, you can put the 10th anniversary on the regular Doctor Strange if you don't want that the time stone effect on his arms. But the cape will have to sit in a weird position, but it could still work out, sort of. Unfortunately, the hand on the 10th anniversary one is sculpted with that green time effect piece, but if you have the first release, you can do some hand swappings right there, so that's what it looks like. Vice versa, so yeah, it looks pretty cool on the first release one, and it looks kind of awkward on the 10th anniversary one if you do the hand swaps here. So just popping that on, and you can see the skin tones are a little bit different on camera. It looks about the same, but it's just the 10th anniversary one is slightly tanner compared to the regular first release one. Now, quickly going over their accessories here, Iron Man comes with one pair of fists, also the repulsor blast effects, so that's what it looks like, and that's what it looks like on Iron Man. Thanos comes with the regular head sculpt here, just a relaxed look, not a smirking look, but that's what it looks like compared to the Build-A-Figure smirking look, so have a look at that. And Doctor Strange comes with one hand that goes on his left hand. It's a grabby hand for his shield here. This kind of orange shield that we got from the previous release of Doctor Strange. It's a downgraded version because the paint is obviously different. They just added some highlights on the first release and they removed it on this 10th anniversary one, which I don't know why, probably to save money. So that's their accessories. So taking a closer look at Thanos here, starting off with the first head sculpt, really nice. Oh, I'm so happy that they released it with this head sculpt. The teeth is painted cleanly. You can see some markings there on the back of his head, comparing it to the regular version. The lines on the back of his head aren't as apparent as the angry one. I'm guessing the angry one has more lines because he's using more of his muscles and anatomy and physiology and all that. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, you could see, just comparing the heads, I really like they gave us these two new head sculpts. And they added the freaking details on the chest, which just minor details like this is very appreciative. So thank you, Hasbro, for adding these details. And you can see the gold that they use. It's just amazing. I like the retooling, giving us different colors and adding more details, and the Infinity Gauntlet as well. It's pretty much the same gauntlet, same color, almost the same color. It's a little bit darker, but yeah, you can see it's amazing. And like I said before, the texturing details on the arms carry throughout the purpleness that is apparent on his body. And just quickly looking at the pants here and the boots and the knee guards, and yeah. Yes, I know I skipped Iron Man because he's pretty much the same and we have so many damn Iron Man figures, so it's kind of exhausting at this point unless they make a new armor and a new sculpt and a better articulation for Iron Man. Then maybe we might have to look at it. We'll just wait until Avengers 4. Rant over. Now looking at this Doctor Strange figure, it's just amazing. The head sculpt is amazing. It's nice that they gave us this time stone effect. It's not nice that it's sculpted on there for us to have it actually pose like that forever. If you have the first release of the Doctor Strange figure, then no worries, you could do some head swappings. It's just I thought it was a separate piece that is just attached on, but it's sculpted on, which is quite unfortunate. But yeah, just looking at this, the exact same shabam here. Wrinkles in the boots here, or the boots, and the cape. Looking underneath that, it's pretty much the same. Yada yada yada. Now the cape right here, very nice piece, and it's much more accurate. Gold painted cleanly on there. You can see the details. You can see that detail continues throughout. It's just amazing. I really like this updated cape. I wish it was a little bit longer and a little bit wider, but yeah, I'm fine with this. I'm happy, super happy with this. But yeah, looking at the inside of this cape, like I said before, it is flexible. I didn't say that before, but like I said before, is that the texturing on the inside is amazing, and the black wash on the inside is amazing as well. Would have been nice on the outside, but yeah, just looking at this black wash and the texturing details, it's, oh my gosh, that is amazing. You see the peg hole right there, bending this back. It's just, I don't know, it's cool. Yeah, I have no more words. It's just cool. So yeah, that's Doctor Strange. Now quickly going over Iron Man's articulation. Ball hinge head right there. Look up, look down that far. Tilty shifty head movement. Arms all the way around. Out that far, more than 90 degrees on certain arms here. and they're a little bit stiff. Inward that much. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, wrists are on a hinge, rotate up that far, down that much. No chest obviously because of the light up feature. Legs kick forward that far, sit, happy, nice. Back, not that much. Upper thigh, double jointed knees, feet down that far, up this much. Also the ankle pivot. I'm kind of going slow here. And ankle pivot test should be easy. Nope. Yep. He's good to go. Now for Thanos' articulation here, ball hinge at the head, rotates all the way around, looks up that far, down that much. Right there, has the tilty shifty head movement like so. Arms all the way around, they bend outward that far at a 90-degree angle. Also has a bicep swivel, single jointed elbows, bends almost at 90 degrees. Rotation up, down on the wrist here. Now the gauntlet here, I just want to show you. So bend at the elbow right there. Rotation bends up that far and downward that much. So that's what that looks like. Now the chest here bends forward that far, back that much. And he also has a waist rotation all the way around. Legs kick forward that far. Sit down like a mad titan that he is. I know I used that joke before. Back that much. Rotation at the thigh, double jointed knees, pretty stiff on the upper knee, but on the lower knee it's kind of loose. But yeah, double jointed knees right there. Looks kind of weird, like so. Feet bend down that far, up that much. Also has the ankle pivot and doing the ankle pivot test. And he's good to go. Now let's slow it down a little bit for Doctor Strange here because of time. I don't know. I guess you could think of a joke that I made there. I don't know what kind of joke I made because he had the time stone and we're slowing down on time here, taking a little more time for Doc. Okay, so yeah, just moving on. Arms do go out that far at a 90 degrees here. They're kind of hindered, so once you move them out, sometimes the cape might pop off, which is quite unfortunate, but that's okay. You can also glue it in since it's on a peg. Has a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows right there. It's kind of getting hindered by the time effect piece right there. Wrist do rotates all the way around. They bend up that far and down that much. Now for the other hand here, just showing a up close version. So it does rotate all the way around. It bends up that far, like so, and down that much. Doesn't bend down all the way because of the sculpting piece that's attached to it. Now his torso here, actually it's his whole torso here is kind of pegged on there. You can see the peg right there, and just removing the skirt here. Just showing you what that looks like. I think I did it before in my other first review of Doctor Strange. You can bend forward that far, back that much. Since it's on a ball joint, has some side-to-side movement, like so. And popping that off and putting it back on. Now with the skirt on, obviously it's going to be hindered, which is quite unfortunate. But just showing you the rest with the skirt on. There you go. Now his legs here kick forward that far, which is quite unfortunate. Back just a little bit. He has a upper thigh swivel right here. Double jointed knees, like so. And he also has a boot rotation, which rotates all the way around. His feet bend down that far, up that much. And he also has a ankle pivot. And doing the ankle pivot test. Time. He's good to go. So yeah, that is it guys. Hope you guys like it. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell, turn on notifications because there are more videos coming. Hopefully the Eric Killmonger 2-pack tomorrow, and the day after that, the Studio Series Lockdown. So I'm trying to pump these out videos real quick. But overall, this 3-pack, it's kind of worth it, and depending on which figures you have. for me, it's worth it because you get 2 new head sculpts for Thanos, the more accurate colors. You get an additional open hand right there, so you could swap between the Build-A-Figure and the 10th anniversary one. You get a new head sculpt and new cape for Doctor Strange, which is great. Also a nice touch. Also some nice sculpting details on Doctor Strange, which kind of bothers me in the beginning, but it's already on there, so what are you gonna do? The Iron Man figure is a reused bullcrap. That's just the truth. I heard some people out there wanted some wings, arm cannons, and I agree. If they actually added at least wings, it would be nicer, or some arm cannons accessories that they always do with these Iron Man figures. That would have been much appreciated, but the only 2 things that are worth when you buy this figure are the Thanos and Doctor Strange figure. If Iron Man had a light up feature in the head, that would be nice as well. It wouldn't be as bad as the chest, but just the light up chest is just a super gimmicky thing. But yeah, that is it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed my 21-minute video. And yeah, that is it, guys. Arolf Mora. Signing out. Peace.